What's up guys, thanks so much for joining me again. I'm doing this fun cat eye tutorial today and the concentration is mainly on the liner and the lashes, but I did use a little bit of shadow, so let's get started. I've already got my moisturizer on and now I'm applying this Liquid Lift by Somerville, and this stuff is pretty amazing. It gives your skin a really nice lift, so I like to use this especially when applying makeup for a special occasion. I'm going to be using my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush and my Makeup Forever HD foundation in number 153, and then I'm going to also put 120 on the center of my face, so just mixing the two together, which gives me the perfect color. Next, I'm going to be using the Mercier Camouflage Concealer in SC4, and I always end up using the lighter side of it, but again, you have to really warm this product before applying it on your skin because it will crease on you, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. And then I'm switching brushes here because the P84, it's kind of smaller, and so it's easier to get under your eyes and around your nose area and everything, so I love this brush for concealing and also highlighting. Going to be using one of my favorite eye primers, which is by Sigma again, and this is called Dare, and the color is Strike. It's kind of the perfect color. This is probably my second time using it, and I think that it's really good because you can also use this, for lighter colors. You could use it for smoky eyes, which is kind of why I like it. And then I'm using a lighter primer like the NYX primer, or you can use like a concealer just to get the inner corners and of course the brow bone, but of course the center just looks so beautiful when it has a tint of darkness. I'm using a translucent powder by Tarte and I'm just applying it with a big fluffy brush, and this is the F40 brush by Sigma again. By the way, I have recently blogged about these brushes on my website, so if you're interested in a brush set, I would highly recommend you reading that because this brush set comes with a variety of brushes, several different foundation brushes, blush brushes, and of course a ton of eye brushes. So if you're interested, I would definitely recommend you checking the link down below in the description box because the quality of these brushes are awesome. Anywho, jumping straight to my eyeshadow. This is the only color I'll be using on my eyes today. This is the only basically eyeshadow I'll be using, and because it's such a beautiful coral color, I decided to also use this as my blush, so makes life easier. With one product you get to do your eyes and your cheeks. I'm using the E40 brush to blend out just the edges. By the way, this brush is very similar to the 224 by MAC, except this one's a little bigger and much softer. The E30 brush, I'm applying a little bit of this color on the bottom lash line to really warm up this look. Before I move on with the eyes, I'm going to contour and highlight using this limited edition duo by MAC. I just recently bought this. It's called Shape the Future, and I actually really like it because of its color and the fact that the shimmer isn't like frost, it's just a beautiful glow to it. And yeah, just using a big fluffy brush to get this onto my skin. As you can see, I'm sort of highlighting my brow bone using this as well. Using the same eyeshadow, I'm just going to give my cheeks a little color. I think that this eyeshadow is actually perfect as blush. I love it. It kind of reminds me of Style by MAC, if any of you guys are familiar with that. So yeah, just a soft, textured shadow that you can use on your skin as well. I finally got around to purchasing the Maybelline eyeliner that everyone raves about, and it is seriously so good. I mean, I'm comparing it to Bobbi Brown and MAC, and I have to say, this Maybelline liner, which costs way cheaper than Bobbi Brown and MAC, definitely wins. I got it from Target, so it was about $8.99 I want to say, and it comes with a brush, which is pretty cool if you want to use the brush that it comes with. I ended up using the Sigma brush just because I'm used to using an angled brush, and the brush that this liner comes with is not an angled brush. So anyhow, it is really a great purchase. I definitely will be back to purchase more colors because they did have a bunch of different colors. I feel like using an angled brush just helps me, and when creating a cat eye, I like to keep my eyes open and sort of place the line where I want it to be, because a lot of times people think that they need to close their eyes to create a cat eye or even just a regular eyeliner, but a lot of times you can't really see where you're placing it, so it's much easier if you can keep your eyes open, place the line where you want it to be, and then just go from there. I'm also going to apply this liner on the inner rim of my eye for more drama. Another really good tip I can give you when creating a cat eye is to place your pinky where your eyebrow ends and then sort of pull your eye a little bit and extend the line towards your pinky. This will help you direct the line where you want it to be and sort of give you more of a natural finish. I'm using the E56 brush. This is again by Sigma. This isn't part of the brush set, but I just like this brush particularly for cleaning out any messes or imperfections. So because it's synthetic and it's kind of thin and small, I can kind of get into small corners and kind of drag the line so that it's perfect. And I'm just using the concealer that I use, the Camouflage concealer, to really sharpen the edges and really clean out this look. And no look is complete without mascara, so I'm using the Urban Decay Skyscraper mascara on both top and bottom lashes. I'm going to pop my favorite pair of velour lashes. These are called Lash City, and I now have these available on my website, so I'll definitely have the link down below if any of you guys are interested. But just so you know, they are 100% cruelty-free, but they are 100% mink lashes, so these animals shed a couple times a year, which is how they are considered 100% cruelty free. Anyhow, I'm just popping these on using tweezers because it is the easiest way you can pop on lashes on yourself. And of course you want to get it as close to the lash line as possible, and then trace over it with the same eyeliner to make sure it's, you know, dark and there are no gaps and lines in between the lashes and your eyeliner. Just doing some last minute touches, reapplying some of that blush, and also reapplying some of it on the eyes as well. I'm going to be using 3 lip products by NYX, and I'm going to start with the lip liner called Mauve, and it is number 831, and I'm just going to lightly line my lips with this lip liner. And this is the perfect color. I feel like it's so universal because it's great for nudes, it's great for pinks, it's great for corals. It's kind of your go-to lip liner for a lot of different colors. After I have the lip liner on, I'm just going to jump into the first lip gloss called Apple Strudel, and this is a coral color, but it's kind of like a lighter coral, and this is great mixed with this lip liner because it gives me a really nice nude color with a hint of peach almost. And then I'm going to top it off with my other favorite lip gloss, which is called Tiramisu. This is a pretty universal color, I would say too. It's kind of a nude mauve color, and topping it off and then cleaning the look with a Sigma brush, again the concealer brush, because I want the edges to be very clean. And this is the complete look, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this cat eye tutorial, and if you have any requests for future looks, be sure to comment below, or you can also comment on my social media sites, which I will have the links down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!